Okay, so today is going to be a bit of stating the obvious, which sometimes we do here, but it helps you to hear something you already know and maybe from a different source so that you believe it more. What we're going to talk about here is the highest return on investment that you can make is you. Again, you know this, right? So this concept though, and I'm going to walk through some details, is super important to understand. And when you put it in the context of what you can do in the world of consulting and the dollars that are there, you can do really, really well. So the first thing that we can talk about is courses, webinars, those sorts of things. There's so much content out there these days. Getting educated has never been easier. It's never been cheaper. So there's tons of materials out there. We're trying to provide you tons of those materials. You'll see a lot of different types of materials available here, including courses and webinars, and that will just continue to grow over time. Projects can be a great source of education. Maybe you even want to do something for free or partially for free. Getting paid is even better. But when you think of a project in terms of education and an investment that you're making, right? You can pay for a course, but you could also just take less money or a partial fee to get some experience on a project that gets you education, credentials, those sorts of things. So think of it in those terms as an investment terms, and the ROI, then you start to think in terms of ROI, and the ROI can be very good. The cost of these educational materials these days, when you compare the cost to higher education and you put it into that context, it's not even a comparison. Higher education is so expensive. When you start talking about a course that may even be $5,000, $10,000 compared to the cost of college, I promise you the value that you receive over here on these courses for you, your ability to monetize it, is much higher here than it is down here. I'm not saying don't go to college, but I'm just saying the return on your investment looks completely different. The typical ROI that we see on these sorts of things is well under a 1-year ROI. So you're talking about in excess of 100% ROI. If I told you that you could invest in a stock and make 100% this year, would you do it? That's pretty much what we're talking about here. Even better than that is you get compounding effects, compounding earnings on these educational things. So you get a 1-year ROI, and then you just keep compounding up the scale. So if I asked you to buy a stock and it was gonna go up 100% this year, and then it was gonna go up 100% the next year, and the next year, and the next year, would you buy it? It's a great investment. It'd be like getting in early on Bitcoin. The other thing is, and you cannot underestimate this. In fact, it might be the most important thing. I know I talk a lot about return on investment. That's just because we want you to get value for your money. But more than anything, the smarter you get, the more fun all of this becomes. And if you can put yourself into a situation where you're enjoying what you do and you're getting paid for it, it's just a great life. I can tell you that's my life. The stuff that I get to work on, I just can't believe that I get to do it. I can't believe that I'm good at it and that my clients find a lot of value in it and they pay me for it. I'm shocked every day. So when you get to that point, it is just tremendously fun and stimulating, and work just becomes this value-added piece to your life, which is just fantastic. This is a quote I've always loved, so I put it on here. Opportunities multiply as they are seized. So when you take that course or that webinar, you're gonna see things pop up. And then when you capture that next opportunity, more opportunities are gonna come out. So sometimes it's stuff that you would never expect. I never expected to see, be doing videos. Who knows how well I'm doing? Please give us your feedback, good or bad. But, these opportunities just start coming out of nowhere the more stuff that you do. So if you have that mindset and you apply it, the investment into these type of courses and webinars and those sorts of things, whether it's our curriculum or other people's curriculum, that investment starts to look different. And that's the point I'm trying to come across. So hopefully this helped. As always, please let us know your feedback, good or bad. Let us know your suggestions, and let's just keep building.